All right, let's pull back the curtain and confront a raw, honest truth that most men shy away from. You might believe you're skilled, present, and attuned in the bedroom, yet the frustrating reality for countless individuals is a sense of something missing. A lingering feeling that the deepest sparks quickly dim and genuine, unforgettable intimacy remains just out of reach. What if I told you the secret to igniting a fire that lasts isn't about wild new tricks, but about understanding a profound, almost hidden language that your partner's body and soul have been aching to speak? My name is Shi Heng Yi, and I'm here to tell you that the path to truly transcendent connection isn't about doing more, it's about doing it right. Understanding the subtle nuances that unlock unparalleled physical and emotional intimacy. Most men are completely unaware of these deeper dimensions, dismissing them as too simple or too personal. But the real truth, which you won't find in movies or casual locker room chatter, is that the key to making her feel what she's truly been longing for lies not in acrobatic feats or physical demands, but in powerful, personal connections. We're about to dive into 5 intimate positions that aren't wild as you might imagine, but are potent gateways to exactly what women profoundly crave: deep, authentic connection. The first powerful path to this kind of intimacy centers around the profound power of connection that's impossible to ignore. Imagine an intimate position, whether it's missionary with her legs wrapped around you or sitting face to face in a close, straddled embrace where eye contact becomes the undeniable core. In this space, your faces are close enough for breath to become a silent form of communication, and your rhythms naturally align with her vulnerability. This isn't just a physical act, it's a deep psychological revelation. Scientific studies reveal that sustained eye contact triggers the release of oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone, creating a profound sense of attachment. It also activates mirror neurons in her brain, allowing her to literally feel what you feel, fostering connection at its most fundamental level. For many women, it's in these moments that intimacy transcends the transactional and becomes truly transcendent. Paradoxically, most men shy away from this because it demands a level of intimacy and presence they aren't used to. It's impossible to fake. It requires you to be fully present emotionally, spiritually, and physically, leading with focused energy, breath, and unwavering attention. But when you commit to this depth, her entire being responds. Her mind eases, her desires transform from routine to something reverent, and she feels safe enough to fully let go, to express every sensation without holding back. This is not about performance, it's about granting her the permission to be completely seen, without masks, without roles, just pure truth. You don't need words. Your eyes will speak volumes, leaving an unforgettable imprint on her body and soul, where emotional and physical worlds powerfully collide. There's a subtle but significant mistake many men make, one that often goes unspoken, focusing on speed rather than synchronization. It's the silent rush to reach a goal instead of dedicating oneself to creating a profound moment. Yet, women don't actually crave speed. They yearn for a deep, harmonious synchronization, a rhythm that doesn't overwhelm but gently invites, transforming the intimate act into a conversation between bodies, not a frantic race. The power of this rhythm isn't solely about physical angles. It's fundamentally about conscious control and flow. Whether she's on top with you, subtly guiding her pace, or you're behind her with hands gently anchored at her hips, the true key to unlocking her deepest responses isn't force. It's a carefully cultivated flow. Neuroscience confirms that a woman's arousal system is inherently responsive, not automatic. This means she requires specific rhythm, varying pressure, and genuine presence to stay fully activated. Rapid, thoughtless movements might simulate pleasure for a fleeting moment, but they rarely build enduring desire. What truly ignites her deeper responses is a tempo that continuously adjusts to her energy. Slow, deep, intentional movements that bring her nervous system into perfect sync with yours. This level of sensitive control communicates a powerful message. You're not merely performing, you're leading, you're deeply listening, and you're deliberately building tension rather than prematurely releasing it. This rare restraint is precisely what makes her crave you, as it clearly demonstrates that her pleasure holds more weight than your ego. It reassures her that you're not just in her body, but truly in tune with it. This deliberate rhythm is a silent language saying, "I feel you, I'm with you, I'm not going anywhere." When this message truly resonates, her body sheds its resistance, her mind stills its racing thoughts, and her heart fully opens, transforming you from just another experience into a cherished memory. It's about becoming a man who doesn't merely try to satisfy, but moves with her, holds her, and profoundly respects the intricate rhythm of her desire. So, set aside conventional notions of going hard or lasting long, and instead learn to lead with unparalleled sensitivity and strength, because the man who can truly attune to and guide her rhythm with both power and patience is the man she will never forget, not for his speed, but for his profound presence in every deliberate, powerful second. A crucial truth that few men are willing to confront is that women fundamentally don't fear dominance. They fear unsafe dominance. This is where a critical misunderstanding often occurs. Many men mistake assertive control for outright aggression, believing that taking charge means entirely taking over. However, what women truly crave is a man who possesses the wisdom to lead with unyielding strength, while simultaneously creating an unshakable sense of safety. This precise understanding is the secret behind what we can call the power surrender position. An intimate stance that allows her to willingly release all control, not because she's compelled, but because she profoundly desires to. This position is about far more than just physical framing. It's about establishing a powerful energetic container. It could be from behind, with her body gently folded under yours, or with her wrists lightly held, her breath deeply sinking with yours. The essence here isn't about overpowering, it's about devotedly protecting. It's not about crude domination, but about crafting a secure emotional sanctuary. When executed with true intention, this position enables her to surrender fully. And in this context, surrender is not an act of weakness, but a profound expression of freedom. Neuroscience reinforces this. When a woman feels genuinely held, both physically and emotionally, her parasympathetic nervous system, the part of the brain responsible for deep relaxation, trust, and openness, activates, leading to authentic arousal, genuine pleasure, and true intimacy. She isn't tensing, nor is she mentally tracking the time or worrying about how she appears. She is completely absorbed in the moment because she feels profoundly protected by your commanding yet gentle power. But this deep surrender only unfolds when your power is intentional and precisely focused. Your gentle grip isn't about rigid control, it's about reassuring containment. Your confident tone isn't about demanding authority, it's about unwavering assurance. She longs for a sacred space where she doesn't have to lead, doesn't have to overthink, and doesn't have to guard her true self. And when you gift her that invaluable space, you unlock a version of her that most men will tragically never encounter. This is the magnificent crossroads where true masculinity meets profound emotional intelligence, where she feels utterly feminine because your strength grants her absolute permission to release herself, not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually, and sexually. This isn't aggression, this is pure devotion, the kind of robust strength that allows her to feel exquisitely safe within your arms, even as her body is in complete, trusting surrender. The man capable of holding this powerful polarity, strong yet safe, dominant yet remarkably gentle, is the man who leaves her truly breathless, not from a mere performance, but from his profound, unwavering presence. Imagine for a moment if most men truly understood the immense power residing just a few inches deeper, not physically in a literal sense, but emotionally and energetically. They would instantly abandon the shallow pursuit of mere performance and dedicate themselves to mastering profound connection. This brings us to the arching bridge position, a posture less concerned with visual appeal and entirely focused on creating an unparalleled internal impact. This particular angle expertly taps into areas of a woman's body that most men rarely reach, not because they are incapable, but because they are too quick, too hurried. The magic truly begins when you consciously slow down, positioning her hips upward, gently elevating her pelvis, and allowing her body to form a subtle, graceful curve. In this elegant position, where her lower back is softly arched and her hips are elevated, something truly remarkable unfolds. It does far more than simply adjust physical angles. It transforms the entire energetic flow of the intimate experience. This elevation grants you access to more sensitive regions of the vaginal canal, particularly the anterior wall, which is neurologically connected to the vaginal fornix nerves. These, in turn, are intrinsically linked to deep emotional and even spiritual responses. This isn't just about mechanics. It's about holistic mind-body stimulation, where her body feels profoundly met, not merely entered. Her inner core, a sacred space that often remains untouched, begins to ignite. Yet, the power here isn't solely in the angle itself. It is profoundly amplified by the tempo, your emotional presence, and your calm, confident control. When you choose to truly take your time in this position, locking your gaze with hers, breathing in harmonious sync, and moving with her elegant arch, she doesn't just physically feel you, she opens herself to you entirely, not out of obligation, but from a wellspring of raw, authentic desire. This position demands absolute focus. Your hips, your hands, your breathing, everything must consciously slow down. You are not striving for speed. You are plumbing the depths, both emotionally and physically. And when you offer her this unparalleled intensity, her nervous system responds in kind. Her mind stills, her heart beats with greater clarity, her emotions rise to the surface, and suddenly, she isn't just participating, she is gracefully melting into you, merging with you. Few men ever reach this extraordinary layer of connection because they are primarily fixated on superficial friction. But those who do, those rare few, create experiences that linger within her body and soul long after the physical moment has passed, not because of the act itself, but because of the profound layers of connection they lovingly unlocked. The final position we'll explore is far from flashy and won't be seen in most adult films or viral online conversations. Yet for countless women, it stands as the most emotionally satisfying position of all, the side lock. Here, two bodies curled together, legs gently intertwined, one arm tenderly tucked under her neck and the other embracing her waist. In this sacred space, nothing feels rushed. Every touch, every breath, every movement is intentional and imbued with profound presence. It is quiet, intensely close, and supremely safe, and that's precisely what renders it unforgettable. The side lock liberates both partners from typical pressures. There's no physical pushing, no straining to hold up weight, no anxious chasing of climax. It's simply about truly being in the shared experience together, letting time slow and deepen. From a psychological perspective, this intimate cuddle significantly elevates oxytocin levels in both partners. This vital hormone, responsible for deep bonding, emotional closeness, and unwavering trust, floods the system. Consequently, this position isn't about how deep you can physically go, but about how profoundly you feel in this shared, tender space. She is given the precious gift of relaxation, and in that complete ease, her arousal naturally deepens because her body isn't tensed or on guard. It is lovingly surrendered. With you fully present and attuned, you become her anchor. Your hands resting gently on her hips, your breath caressing her neck, your rhythm slow and utterly certain. You're not trying to impress her. Instead, you're allowing her to feel unequivocally that your shared presence is already more than enough. This is where pure vulnerability meets raw desire. She can talk, laugh, or whisper. You can pause, kiss, and simply hold. It transcends mere performance. It embodies true partnership, and the profound safety this builds within her remains, not because it was wild or spectacular, but because it was authentically real. When you learn to love her in this gentle, attentive, and utterly present manner, you transform into more than just a lover. You become the man she implicitly trusts with her entire self. This isn't something she needs to explicitly ask for with words, but her body will implicitly plead for it again and again, yearning for the kind of deep presence and connection this uniquely comforting position allows. Ultimately, you don't need a bag of new tricks or advanced techniques. What you truly need is a new level of awareness, a shift in focus from how you believe you look to how she profoundly feels. These 5 intimate positions we've discussed are not about asserting domination or mastering complex techniques. They are fundamental practices centered on deep connection, unwavering presence, and intuitive understanding. The man who takes the time to truly learn how to lead with these profound qualities is not merely remembered. He becomes absolutely wanted, an essential part of her world. In a vast sea of men who endlessly chase fleeting pleasure, the man who consistently creates lasting meaning becomes truly unforgettable. Let us together challenge and evolve the way we think about intimacy, moving beyond superficiality to cultivate experiences that resonate on the deepest possible levels. Take a moment to reflect on your own intimate journeys. Where have you felt the most profound connection, and what deeper lessons did that experience hold for you?